Yeah, you know, I've tried several times to get the hate blogs that people publish about me online removed from the internet, and most of the time, many times, the people who manage the websites refuse to do it. Not always, but most of the time. Most of the time. And even when they do, people just start other blogs about me. Say horrible things about me. You know, take videos that I published that actually do have a copyright notice, and splice them together, and try to make me look stupid. In fact, I think actually some of that stuff was helpful because it kind of you know got me more publicity than I was at all trying to get for myself. You know, I've been documenting the stuff that's been happening just so that it will stop. It's really mostly about trying to help the people who are causing it and doing it to understand that they're doing something wrong. I was never trying to get publicity, but apparently that's what it took. You know, that's what it took for it to stop happening. I'm stopped much less often by postal service workers and, you know, FedEx and UPS drivers. I'm even though the stalking still happens, it's much less often than it was. You know, probably, and so that was I think something that the people who were just trying to make fun of me on the internet, I'm sure they didn't think that was what was going to happen, but in fact they ended up helping me that way, which is, I think, is, you know, it's kind of it seems like a good thing, but I'm certainly not trying to be famous, you know. And the next bad thing that's going to happen to me in terms of publicity is people are going to, wherever those illegal videos of me, you know, in showers and bathrooms and stuff are, like wherever those are, people are going to be seeing those. That's the only thing I think that more publicity is going to happen, you know, to me at this point, and it's really awful. It's extremely upsetting, you know. So even though I'm not delusional, I certainly have a lot of depression. I have a lot of depression about that. You know, and sometimes I'm just really overwhelmed, and sometimes I can't deal with stuff. Yeah, but this is also part of it too, that I run into this every time I think about applying for work. You know, it's just like there's only what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? You know, what am I supposed to tell people? Nobody wants to hear the stuff that what really happened. You know, what am I going to say? You know, I was harassed, I was called crazy, I was lied about, I was fired. Nobody's going to want to hear that, you know? And then this is something else. It says, Massachusetts Rehabilitation Commission. So this is this checklist, right? But then here's this. And I have known this. I mean, it could be that there are people who don't realize that this is really, really important. For the regular world of work. It really is. You know, most employers do not want to see something that's controversial about you online. They really don't. But this, you know, most of the stuff, it's stuff that other people have published about me, you know, that's really derogatory, you know, calling me crazy, showing the times when I'm the most upset, you know, and even so, if I were, what am I going to say about the stuff that I do publish? You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to say about that? I'm supposed to sit there in someone's office and say, you know, movie stars and governments all around the world and corporations, and all of those people, they all know who I am, and they're all trying to make my life hell, and that's what I'm writing about. I'm supposed to sit there and say that to somebody? You know? What am I supposed to say to these people? I do want to be working. I want to be working, but how are they supposed to? How am I supposed to deal with this? What am I supposed to say? And don't forget, this is about, these services are based on the idea of whether or not you actually have a disability, which I don't know any other way to get work at this point. You know, just like I didn't know any other way to try to get money to be able to have some independence. If you have no money at all, you can't be independent at all. You know, if you can't pay for your phone, you can't work. You know, if you can't pay for your expenses, you can't work. What are you supposed to do about transportation? You know, even just transportation. And I don't use a disability benefit to try to you know pay less money for transportation either. You know, I pay full price for all of my transportation tickets, which is, you know, it's I don't know, around $85, $86 for the all train all bus pass, if you're gonna get like a weekly pass every single week every month, whereas it's something like $29 or $30 if you use a disability pass, for the month, like that. And I have never bought that other pass. Never done it. I'm like, I think I'm getting enough. I'm getting enough from the government as it is. This is not really how I want to be living. But I was trying to be in school. That's what I was trying to do. And there's kind of really only so much I can do. And as far as like trying to approach regular employers, by myself, I don't know if anybody will hire me, or what it's going to be like if I try to go there, and for them to have no, even if they're really nice people and they want to help me, it's like you're not supposed to have to be approaching an employer that way anyway, out of like, where they feel sorry for you or something like that, and then it exposes them to the conglomerate also, and the conglomerate has shown how it treats people, anybody who doesn't abuse me, the conglomerate shows how it treats those people, abuses them, attacks them. A conglomerate is happy enough to try to say disparaging things about me because I'm dependent on welfare, and then it attacks all of my employers, terrorizes all of my employers. I've never even been drunk in my entire life. Have never smoked marijuana or any of those things. That's why it's not applicable. I never have. There's nothing in terms of like the reputation that I've gotten that is accurate about me. It's all horrible, and it's not true. And then there's this. I don't know. I mean, there's been so many of these places that I don't even know if I'll be able to name them all. And the dates, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm going to say something just like 2012 to 2015, something like that, because there have been I've had so many stays in crisis units and hospitalizations, hospitals, all of those things, because of the stress, because of the stress of the way the conglomerate treats me, or because I'm like, I just can't take it anymore, or because I was in a situation where, somebody was stalking me, and I felt like I couldn't. There was the only physical safety I could have would be in a hospital. Although your physical safety is in some hospitals is you don't necessarily have it, So yeah, I mean it's really difficult, really difficult. Please summarize the issues which interfere with your usual type of work. What am I supposed to say? Am I getting worse or better? Are they getting worse or better? Is the real question. What am I supposed to do? If somehow they place me in some kind of job and then people are emotionally abusing me at that job, what am I supposed to do then? Go through all of this again? Trying to be able to work without being harassed, and then having them contact this agency and be like, she's crazy, and just like laughing in my face about the whole thing. How am I supposed to, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say on these forums? What am I supposed to say in person? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? When there's like, I'm just being constantly abused all the time, and it never stops, and it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do about any of it.